building. What's up with you, Aki? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? It's a nice day, man. It's a nice day.
Yes, sir, man. It's heating up in the city, man. But in week news and sports, man. It was an exciting game last night in the NBA, man. Charlotte Hornets, Miami Heat. I want to say overtime. Wow, Finanza, man. I was supposed to win some paper last night. I ain't gonna get too deep. Little 4 points. I was off.
What you be on? What John you be messing with?
Oh, I bet on anything a little bit, just a little tiny bit, nothing too major. Little DraftKings play, have a little fun.
FanDuel?
No, I just be on DraftKings. I ain't really a FanDuel boy. I'm DraftKings, man. Y'all need to send me some DraftKings, man. We got to get some sponsorship, punt money or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't be putting a un out there. But yeah, they say the R&B tour is coming through, and they not coming to Philly. Usher and Chris Brown going on tour. They ain't put Philly in the mix, man. A little, entertainment,
Well, I'm going North Carolina, man. Next month, North Carolina. Anthony Hamilton, Fantasia, man.
Yeah, you going out there?
Yeah, I'm out there, bro.
I like that,
bro.
Man.
I never been to a concert, bro.
It's a different feeling, man. When you go to concerts, you get to understand what a real musician is. I seen like real guys perform. I'm talking about from back in the day. LL, Run. See, we come up in the projects. My pop used to send us to all the shows, man. He wanted us to see the musicians. Yeah. So when the big acts came to the city, Dougie Fresh, Eric B. and Rakim, oh, man, we was at them shows, man. Yeah. All the way leading up to recent. I was going to the AC shows, Jeezy shows. My man Joe Bragg, God bless his soul, he was in the party promotions. He used to put a lot of them shows together and bring a lot of artists to the city from old school to new school. So he had me VIP, helping them sell the tickets, man. Just being a part of that whole thing.
In the city, like you've been in concerts in the city, like Powerhouse, stuff like that.
Big concerts, man. There's a lot that go into them shows, Yeah. When you talk about bringing the artists to the city, shows, after party, what they charge for the club fees, what they charge for them shows. But it's exciting. Like some musicians, that be the difference when people can really perform on stage, man, and control a crowd. Yeah. Some of these guys perform in front of 20, 30, 40,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes a lot as a musician. I used to rap, man, right? Let me tell you a funny story. First show I ever performed. Me and my brother had a rap group called the Blood Brothers. Have a big show out 69th Street. I'm performing. Second song, I run out of wind. It's like a boxing match, man. If you're not in proper shape, you think what the musician doing when you see them taking their breaks, drinking their water, they know how to hold their breath.
Right.
But if you just get out there willy-nilly, man, we had it on DVD, and guy who put the DVD together was real thorough because on the song I Run Out of Breath, he played a track over the time when I'm not breathing properly on a joint. Yeah. But it just taught me a lot about performance and holding your breath, knowing when to give it, when to hold back. There's a lot that go into performing, though. Yeah. Needless to say. But what else been going on this week, man? What kind of week you had, man? How you feeling this week, good brother?
I just been on a journey, man. It's like one thing I could say that a lot of dudes that's doing the same journey that I'm on, man, like previously just coming home, man, they don't talk about the dark parts about it. You dig what I'm saying? those times where you applying for jobs and you hearing no. You know what I'm saying? And you got that feeling because you come from a street lifestyle, a street background. So it's easy for me to get up and go grab some work and just put something back in the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? However, that's not me being a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I caused a lot of pain getting incarcerated, bro. So it's like trying to get back, staying on the right track, being productive. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. You gotta be motivated and you gotta keep pushing yourself, bro.
Well, you keep taking the proper steps, man. Inshallah, it's gonna happen.
Inshallah.
I know one thing: when you moving,
Yeah.
it's hard to be stopped.
Mm-hmm.
When we stop moving, stop thinking, stop being motivated,
Yeah.
everything stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta think you out here now, man. You in the land of opportunity.
Right.
Believe it or not, people making a number, man.
Yeah.
I mean, motherfuckers work Uber Eats, man.
Yeah.
Making real money, bro.
For sure.
DoorDash and
For sure.
Uber and Lyft.
You gotta have
Delivering medical supplies. You gotta
multiple
be a
sources of
motherfucking
income,
hustler,
bro.
man.
Ain't no
You know
doubt.
what I mean?
That's a fact.
It ain't no. It's like I still think of ways to hustle, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, positive ways. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't never try to be like comfortable or, you know, I strive for more.
Right.
And we all have to, man. There's no age limit. There's no nothing. That's why I tell a lot of young brothers, work hard while you young.
Right.
You don't want to wait till you get older and want to put the pedal to the metal.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know, so anybody who know me since I was young, I've been always a motivated guy, like trying to work hard and get to it, trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
And that's what it's really about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I want to ask you about something. I don't know if you know about this. On that Pooh Shiesty case we was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
Gucci Man dropped a diss song since.
Right.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
What's your opinion on it?
That I come from a different thought process, bro. Like I don't speak on nut shit, homie.
I'm just saying, like, did
don't-
you respected this song? That's all I'm saying.
Like it was alright. It's cool. I respect Remy joint.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like that joint?
I like that joint. Remy go in on that joint, bro.
Well, for
You know what I'm
me,
saying?
I think the Gucci Man this song was the corniest MFing song in world history.
Uh-huh.
And I think he shouldn't have recorded it.
Yeah.
And reasons why, this why they call a lot of old head suckers. Because there's a way that should have been handled in that case. You know what I mean? If they got legal litigation, cops, FBI involved, Pooh Shiesty in jail, the song was just horrible, man. I think he could have handled it better.
Right.
Just my opinion. And pushing back to what you just said, Remy Mom dropped something nice on the music tip, you know, to come back.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand music, man. You got a lot of older artists coming out making good music now. T.I. dropped a banger.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed that good music don't have an age. 'Cause a lot of these young boys can't make a club hit banger they playing everywhere.
But you say that though, but I said that. Like I had my young boys in the wheel one day. Like if you going, like you seen on my social media, like I be messing with my young boys from Jersey, man. They mess with that music, bro. They like it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like when I be in the wheel with them, like I be trying to put them on like Sieg, Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like I be trying to get them some real rap, like, and they don't be feeling it, bro. They don't be feeling it. They mess with man from out Frankfurt.
Who that?
Kensington. What's his name?
The
Skrilla, yeah.
Yeah.
These young boys, they on that Skrilla wave, like they like that type of music, homie. And as old heads, like, you gotta be willing to change with the times. Like, that's one thing. Like, you can say whatever you want about Diddy, bro. When it come to that music, Diddy was able to change with the times. Like, no matter what era it was in, Diddy had a banger on in every era.
So why do we gotta adjust them? Why we can't teach them what real music is? There's still people making real music.
Because that's not their wave. They don't like that. That's not what they want.
I'm not adjusting to what the young guys want. I'm gonna put it like you doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them on the game. Cause to understand music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta understand the origin.
Right.
Even if we got the music that's out now, this what led to it. This who opened the doors.
Right.
This the pioneers. This how it started. This how that sound got to that sound. Cause sound waves change.
Right.
That's what we in. That's why everybody's saying Skrilla's really hot. He's in a sound wave.
Right.
You know, before when we come, it was more flow, more MCs. That's why you said Beanie Siegel and Kiss.
Yeah.
They can spit to the day because they're real lyricists. So a lot of young people don't want to hear real lyricists. They want to hear a wave, just a groovy sound. You can say 3 words. It don't even have to be deep lyrics in your music no more.
Yeah.
So the good music gonna be overlooked.
Hey, bro, you know who I'm waiting for, bro? You know who I want to see adjust to this shit? K-Dot, bro. I want to see Dot. Like,
You brought up something real a good, interesting joint, bro.
bro.
Major shout out to Mike Knox, man.
Yeah.
He working on a Philly compilation album. He doing what should have been happening in the city of Philadelphia. He bringing all artists from all parts of the city
For sure.
on a positive note, all the producers in the city. And he trying to give some of the proceeds to whomever. But I'm definitely back in the play. Hopefully we can get Mike Knox up here to talk about the album. You know, I got a lot of love for the city, man.
For sure.
And hopefully that can be conveyed on Filoosh Talk. The door is open. You know, we're not charging nobody $1 million and all that to come up here right now. We just want to have good conversation with good people. And like I say, I'm waiting on that Philly compilation album. Major shout outs to Mike Knox, man.
But don't.
But I seen K Dot in the studio. That's what made me think of that when you said that.
Yeah.
I seen he's going to be a part of that Philly compilation album, so made me speak on that, man.
Yeah, man.
What you was saying? You saying something? I didn't want to cut you off or not.
No.
No, I was just trying to give major shout out because sometime in the city, right, we don't get the proper flowers, man. And when I see dudes really doing something super positive, where you can bring all the artists, producers, man, he got Karan Goodman on the joint from the youngsters, man.
Yeah.
That's legendary stuff for the city.
Yeah.
And he inviting all the producers and all the artists. Seen K Gibbs, NH, SMS Wank in there. A lot of guys, man. Like, the city is on fire, man. And, you know, hopefully more guys come on that joint. We need E-Ness on that joint. We need all the classical guys. Hollow Man. Yeah, it can really be.
Frankie.
Yeah, it could be something big. You know what I mean? Like,
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That's why I always be telling you, bro. Like, even as a podcast, man, it's like, even though we a podcast, homie, like, we gotta get out in the community, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always, like, that's my thing, man. Everybody on these platforms, man, they have an opinion. We base our opinions on people's lives, man. We judge a lot of things that people do, man. However, when it comes to us actually going out in the community and supporting each other, like, come on, man. As men, homie, we got forefront that jump.
well,
We gotta put something together.
That's no problem, man. We just gotta come up with.
And don't
anything
forget
that
the
makes
brother,
sense.
the march with the brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He doing his thing for sure.
We're gonna get into that for sure during the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the main topic on the show today, we're gonna tap into a little bit. We want to talk about gun violence, the effects of gun violence, and this major case in the city of Philadelphia in the past week or so, with young lady Imani Ringel getting killed out 60th and Market in a tragic murder. Um, I believe we had an all-out emergency when these things are happening every so many months, every so often, and we become outraged at the time of these incidents, but we have to be consistent all year round on ways to stop the violence in the city of Philadelphia. Um, News report says car pulled up with four guys, shot up 60th and Market. Young lady was supposedly getting off of work as a home health care worker, getting a slice of pizza. Come out and it's all out warfare. I don't know if that was these guys' intentions to kill her or not. But I think it's a tragedy and something we got to figure out how can we address in the city. It's a touching story. You know, I was watching her grandmom speak on the news. She was on the phone with her granddaughter when this happened. And it really touched me because I'm like, them stories always touch me because how fast life changes and how fast life can go. So, what you think, Brother Umar?
First and foremost, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bestow mercy upon her family, upon those that love her, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise her ranks in paradise and forgive her for any sins that she may have committed in this worldly life. As a father of a young girl, as a grandfather of a young girl, bro, like this joint, like hurt me bad. You know what I'm saying? Because these young boys that's out here in these streets, bro, they don't respect life. They don't respect life because they've never been introduced to what it means to be a human being.
Right.
So I make no excuses for them. However, I was once one of them. And it took me almost 35, 40 years to really attack my ignorance, bro.
That's deep.
You know what I mean?
Deep.
Almost 40 years. And this is why I say that within our community, the father is so important, especially like when we was coming up, because it was like your dad wasn't just your dad. Your dad was my dad as well. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't have a father in my household, I have a homie, a right-hand man who father is like my father. He taught me what it was to do things like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
However, I had a lot of bad influences like a lot of these young dudes as well. And this is why I say it's like for a lot of dudes that been through some drama, some struggle, some pain. You dig what I'm saying? When you hear Meek talk about that expensive pain, like dudes that been through that, dudes that know what it's like to wake up and your bed covered in sweat because you done did something to somebody that didn't deserve it. Like we talk about fighting demons and stuff like that, bro. We gotta get ourselves together. And bro, like I tell you, like I ain't into talking, bro. I don't want to talk. Like
So,
we gotta get out there in the community and do something.
and that something is what need to be answered. You know what I mean? Because things are continuously happening. Um, the kids that feel hopeless, I don't think they feel helped. And me sitting back watching it, I try to figure out ways how can we help that can be very effective more than just talk. And I try to spend a lot of times talking to young people, my sons also, and giving them the knowledge that I have. That's the best way to affect. It starts from within our family and our households, and it comes into the community that's closest to us.
However, they even as we have to be like I tell you all the time when I talk that stand on principle stuff, that ain't bro, that ain't just some words, bro.
Hmm.
You know that. You know
Right.
that. So it's like when you say things like that, bro, I'm never gonna downplay you or display you as an individual, as a man. Bro, I respect you. However, man, there's a level of knowledge when it comes to being a black man, when it comes to being a man, period, that not only, because I speak for myself first and foremost, because I was missing it. When it came down to my spirituality, when it came down to the religion of Islam, I was not applying myself the way that I was supposed to.
Hmm.
I was not praying. I was not studying. I could not read the grammar. I did not even know how to pray. I didn't know the conditions of the prayer, nothing.
Hmm.
So when you talk about imitating and emulating men and looking at a man to emulate, bro, we got to focus on how the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam lived his life. He was the best example for mankind,
Agreed.
right?
Hmm.
So we got to go back to the basics of our principles, our morals, our values. Because, yes, you are a good father. But honestly, can you say, I'm complete, I'm whole, I don't have no more to work on in life?
No person can say it. Nobody in this world.
Right.
That's impossible to say as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
We all a work in process, man.
Right.
Everybody got vices. I never, ever, ever pretend to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I never play that role. I'm the type of guy who probably shares sins and vices more than I should.
Mm.
You know what I mean? With people that I love.
Mm.
Because sometimes you can maybe help somebody
Mm.
with something you maybe be doing wrong, or you was looking at from the wrong angle, or you was doing it the wrong way.
Mm.
You can maybe teach.
Right.
So it's the same with anything you might go through. You might bring it to your homies or the fellas or have a deep talk, but I never pretend to be perfect, man. The perfect father, the perfect nothing. I
Mm.
just, when I think about fatherhood and stuff like that, what I learned from my father, for the most part, is be better than the generation before you. Try to be better. Have great intent. You know, try to educate your kids. Send them to the proper schools. Have them in the best environments. Try to pray with them. Try to teach all that you can give to your kids. It's only the best that we can. There's no perfect parent out here. There's no perfect man.
So what happens? So what do you think happens when the leader of the family, the person that's responsible for protecting the family, educating the family, providing for the family, when the captain on board abandons the ship, what do you think is going to happen to the development of that young man or that little girl that's missing her father?
Well, in our community, when you say abandon the ship, that's a wide range. Because, in my opinion, all men that's not around their kids or didn't work out with the woman
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to abandon ship.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys come from that, they come from thoroughness, they come from love, they come from fatherhood, they come from real family.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's in your heart, if that's in your blood, it's natural. Guys that come from love, it's hard to abandon their kids. It's hard not to be around their kids. It's hard not to love their kids. It's hard not to want to be responsible. I didn't come from that. So,
Right, but this is why I tell you, do you understand that in this country alone, this country has the highest percentage of single parent households in the world. Highest percentage of single parent households in the world. Statistically, the women outnumber us, bro. Right? And I'm not saying that all statistics is correct. Right? But we know the reality of this joint, man. There's a lot of single parent households.
so when we dealing with cases like this murder that happened in the city,
Mm-hmm.
whether these guys came from single parent households, two parent households, no parents,
Mm-hmm.
how do we tackle these issues?
Because
Because we have to say more than is men abandoning ship.
mm-hmm.
We have to dig a little bit deeper.
Right.
Okay?
How deep you want to go?
Deep as you can.
As deep as we can.
Yeah, because at some time we got to be held accountable for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can go into life blaming the pain of our parents and our upbringing for the rest of your life,
Right.
right? So when I talk in like a psych type of situation,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be around people that go through real trauma, real life trauma, right? And I say we can do a few things with the trauma because I never been through their trauma. So I can't say, oh man, I know how you feel. Oh, no. I asked the question, is there any way that you cannot let this trauma take over the rest of your life? Is there any counseling, prayer, any level of life you can get to that this trauma doesn't last for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Because when you go on a certain psychiatric breakdowns,
Mm-hmm.
some we don't make it back from properly
Right.
or ever make it back from.
Right.
So I just always try to bring people to the realization that we've all had some level of trauma. Now, how we handle that trauma is the next phase.
And just so we clear, what you asking me is, why do we possess this trauma? You want to
No,
know?
I didn't. I'm not asking you
Which,
why do we possess this trauma.
What do
I'm
you
just
wanna-
saying that that's a universal thing that we have to be still accountable. I can't make my trauma excuse to how I'm gonna now hurt my community, how I'm gonna now kill, rob,
You don't
steal.
think so?
I
This
can't
is
use that. They using that in every courtroom in America. Am I lying?
what do you mean? Absolutely,
Every courtroom
absolutely
are young black men is saying, "I'm traumatized. I have mental issues.
right,
I had a hard life growing up."
but
What does the judge say in a normal situation when that's said?
yeah,
From your background, what do you think the judge?
your mental health plays a lot into your sentencing guidelines. When you go to court, they go back into your history, your childhood, how you was raised, what your parents did, how your parents was raised, what diseases they had, what drugs they used. They go into your whole history.
Right.
You hear me?
Hmm.
Everything.
So is they
It-
giving
it's
guys
called
less time because of their trauma?
Yeah, do you remember the young boy in Philadelphia that caught that case? I think it was in 2006. He killed there was two homosexual lovers. One of them killed the other one. 2006 in the city. Do you understand this dude is not sentenced to this day? He's not sentenced because he's incompetent.
I'm not.
He
talking,
can't stand trial.
I'm not talking about that level of incompetence. I'm sure it's some people that's locked up that's really incompetent, that's on the psych units, that's taking psych meds there, that's really out of their mind. I definitely know that. What I'm talking about is the average Joe that maybe hasn't been diagnosed or no meds. I'm talking about these little pissants out here with the mask on that's shooting and hurting people that don't have that real psychiatric background.
What do you mean they don't?
They're not diagnosed.
This is the problem. Is what I'm trying to tell you. You work in the mental health field, however, you have no understanding of what's going on. Because, like I told you, I was once one of those children. My mother was so caught up trying to be the best mother that she possibly could be, right? But at the same time, my development was being shaped by my environment, not by my teachings in the house. Yeah, what my mother was teaching me was good about how to run a house, so forth and so on. However, my influence into becoming the man that I ultimately became came from watching young men that looked at like me get money on my corner, shoot people, tie people up, commit all types of crime. I wanted to be one of them. I ain't had no superheroes like Hulk Hogan and Superman.
So environment is very, very important, like I always say.
Right, absolutely.
So these young men that grow up in these neighborhoods that's at war when they born, their percentage of success is low.
Right. That's a fact.
Even if you an innocent Joe,
that's a fact.
and you on a wrong block in North Philly or South Philly or Uptown or wherever,
before you even born,
you might be at war.
Before you even born. Do you understand that?
Man, and our city been at war, man, for so many years in these neighborhoods, man. I want to let y'all know this. Any young people that's watching, all these beefs started before you were born, right? I'm from North Philly originally, grew uptown when I was young. I went to Sister Clara Muhammad. I ended up going to Germantown High School, right? When I go to Germantown High School, I know nothing of the neighborhood sectors and gangs. I knew nothing of Brickyard, Hollow, Haynes Street. None of them places, man.
You wasn't in tune.
And when I come out of school, these neighborhoods was at war. Daily, weekly. They wanted to go to this neighborhood and fight, go to that neighborhood and rumble. They had their own tables in the lunchroom. My point to say, That was in the early '90s, and these neighborhoods still beef and war and kill each other. So my point to say, them wars in them neighborhood and them block beefs is bigger than anybody that's fighting them. There's people that throwing time in the penitentiary. It's generations that's lost. There's a lot of families that's been affected. And we all live in a small sector. We all go to the same schools. We all know each other. So at some point, the war has to end.
Bro, dudes ain't like they. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Nobody is trying to hear that. If that's what you standing on, if that's what dudes is on out there in them streets, they don't nobody care about that. Like how long beef been going on, I don't care.
Can I tell you?
You killed my man, Day. It's
Well,
up.
Well, let me tell you what they did to my old neighborhood, Richard Island and Pentown. They changed everything. It's digital now. We're under cameras. They will indict you. They gentrified the neighborhood. They put condos that we can't afford. They gave the regular people with their vouchers and everything time to get out. The city is not playing with all that, man. They watching these jokers on camera. They finding them in 24, 48 hours. Yeah, it's bigger than back in the day. They don't even got to go through nothing to find you. You can sit in the office and find you on somebody's ring camera or something. It's easier. So at some point, they keep locking up the whole city and Ricos and Larry Krasner coming on here with all that craziness. And now they're saying crime is down in Philadelphia. The numbers, you Google on your phone, the numbers, the murder rate is down from last year, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro, cause I be like I told you that, like like I be in tune with them bulls in them jails, man. Like, and one thing I've been paying attention to, man, is like this bull Cash Patel, this bull Donald Trump got head of the FBI. If you go on Google right now and look up Philadelphia crime, this bull Cash Patel said in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia alone, he said he coming for them young bulls. He coming. And he not playing. He putting them niggas away for life. Everything is coming with an indictment. And this is what I mean. Like, even like for me growing up, I didn't have no old heads that knew the law. They couldn't teach me what would have happened if I got pulled over without a license. If I caught a gun case. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was just making mistakes. The good thing about this era right here, that's why I say you got a lot of dudes that just came home from prison that then fought their own cases. They got a lot of knowledge, whether it be Islamically, legally, financially. You gotta find you a boy that did something with himself while he was booked. Them the bulls I be saying need to get out in the community. And I ain't talking like I'm one of them. I've been home for 2 months now. I'm ready.
Get way to learning how to implement that knowledge and touch the people. You learning, you doing good. Alhamdulillah. You know, you on your way. You know, so keep doing what you're doing, man. Yeah. Get out in there in the community, keep touching the kids. You might have a strength. Work on your strength, man. All of us, like I tell you sometimes, man, I say everybody's strength is different. That's something my mom told me. I used to complain, why my brother like that? She say, son, you might be blessed with something he don't have. I said, damn, that's deep. I never questioned that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, life is something, man. Life is something. We got to keep pushing. And I understand your thought process. You know what I mean? And I don't talk about everything I do, but I love touching the community. And you just
meet that's me. Why I fuck with you, Day.
Yeah, so, and on another note, Mr. Philadelphia is having 1,000-man march starting at 60th and Market for Amani Ringle. Just wanted to shout him out. I hope the whole city come out, the brothers, politicians. I'm sure a lot of powerful people gonna come out. And I hope after that we follow up with some consistent answers.
Where is that again?
They're gonna start at 60th and Market, where the young lady was tragically killed, and they're gonna march through some parts of the city. Go to Mr. Philadelphia's page to find out all the Pacifics, time, date, and all that. I don't have all those, but I love what he's doing. You know, I support positive things, and I think after that shooting, we need something powerful to follow up. You know, so when we get all our brothers out, I think it'll start good conversation. Even if it's something small, even if it's not, anything come from this is positive.
Yeah.
So just shouting out the brother and what he trying to do with the march, man.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, man. That's very beneficial, man. You know what I mean? Just talking to him, man. They like I tell you, man. It's not a lot of dudes that I respect, man. Like just growing up the way that I did, man. It's like just living that type of lifestyle, you gotta possess some substance for me to really like deal with you, like, you know what I'm saying? And dude, man, when we had a conversation with him, man, like it was like his whole focus was just on getting into those juvenile placements, helping the young boys in those situations. You know what I mean? So it's like that's important, man. You got like we need dudes to show up like that, especially for them young dudes that's going through that, man, because that's not an easy situation to go through. Like incarceration is not normal, bro. That's not something that's for humans.
And I want to say, for all the youngins, man, I don't know the best outlet, but I wish it was a way y'all could ask for help
You don't
in
think that
some
they are?
form.
You don't think that they are?
No, I'm talking about a different way.
What do you mean? How would you like them to do it?
Voluntarily ask for help, not through like violence or nothing crazy. I mean, I think in this world, man, to me, if you want help, you'll get help. I don't think it's a strain on if a young boy say, man, I'm struggling in my neighborhood, I'm struggling with this, that, and the other, and go to different vessels and different people, whether it's the masjid, the church, the organizations of men, wherever he's close to, we got to start giving some targeted points if somebody wanted some form of help.
The
We can't use none of those vessels.
Yeah, you like I tell you, you're absolutely right, but you're missing a critical point. In order for someone to ask for help, they gotta be willing to put their pride to the side. That's not easy to do, especially for a man.
So you don't think it's a group of young men out here, out the whole city of Philadelphia, are youth that's willing to do that and might not know how or where to go?
Depending on the type of lifestyle that they in.
I'm talking about the whole mass. If we
It's
got a
not-
lot of young guys struggling, do you think there's a group in there that if they knew how to get help, or they could put their pride to the side, like you saying they need to do, that they would?
It doesn't. That's not how it happens. That's not how it happens. Like this, and this is why I say like the education is so important. I don't know if you remember. It used to be this saying, right? It used to say, "Each one teach one, each one reach one. Our nation will grow. Our nation will survive." Right? So it's just you just trying to reach one individual. No matter what we do right here on Filoosh Podcast, we might not touch, like, you know what I'm saying? We might not do the numbers we want to do. However, inshallah, we save one person hear what you got to say, and that saves his life. That helps him in his journey to go through his relationships, how to find his girlfriend, how to make choices in life. That's what you do it for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it ain't going to happen with the masses, bro.
And I would see a lot of blessing in that. You know what I mean? If I touch one, because I try to speak to different people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I done brought a lot of the youth up here to speak, right? I brought a youth organization, all teenagers, up to Filoosh Talk, man. That's what it's about. I want to talk to the youth, man, because we talk about that stuff a lot, and I know you passionate about it, but all we can keep doing is find better ways to touch and affect the youth. That's positive. To keep coming up with bigger and better and good ways, whether it's sports, entertainment,
That's not
whether
enough.
it's just a talk.
That's not enough.
Brother, only thing you could do is increase. It's never enough.
No.
But if you're touching the youth, you're doing more than the average.
All right, so when I say that's not enough, right? And I say that because it's like like you said, bro, we living in some crazy times, bro. The gender roles has changed. Like, it's so much stuff going on out here, bro. We could talk about so many topics. We could go on for days, bro. Mm-hmm. Right? Everybody on a platform we talking about it. However, I speak from experience. When it comes to being a young man and having that desire to live that street life, to have guns, to sleep with multiple women, to like everything that come with that street lifestyle, I'm telling you, I've been there, right? Not only that I've been there, I've been incarcerated for 15 of my 40 years on this earth for it. Right? You're talking about blood, sweat, and tears put into a business. Huh? Building a brand, building a business. Come on, man. Stupidly, I did that. However, one thing I understood was that the only time I start changing is when I really start focusing on my religion first and foremost. Then I start educating myself about our ancestors. I start following, like I told you, this dude, Dr. Naeem Akbar, bro. He got this book, Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery, homie. When I tell you everything that we're experiencing in the black community, this book addresses it and tells you why and how to heal from this trauma.
Deep.
I've never been to a therapist. I've been to a therapist. However, the therapist that I've been to, I didn't agree with what they was telling me. Because I look at it like this. How can someone who's never experienced what my ancestors have experienced, because I have my ancestors' blood inside of them, so the trauma that they've experienced has been passed down from generation to generation. I've never met a Caucasian that can tell me what that experience was like.
I totally disagree. I agree a lot with therapy. And the Caucasians, or you can also go to a black therapist, but their job is not to tell you about your past. They're giving you therapeutic methods to help you. whatever you're dealing with.
So what is
They
it?
don't know your past. They wasn't there. They didn't raise you. They didn't
Huh?
come up with you. That's not the therapist's job.
What is the therapist's job, brother?
To give you therapeutic ways to deal with your everyday living of what you're telling them to deal with your trauma.
What's happening to deal with my trauma? What is trauma?
Your past.
So what are you talking about then?
I said, you said a therapist cannot tell me about my past. Right? Did you say that?
That's not what I told
What
you.
did you say?
You said,
What did you say?
I told you that how is it possible for a Caucasian psychiatrist or therapist to address the generational trauma that I experience as a black man? How can they heal or give me advice from a book when the trauma that our ancestors has been through is not documented? It's not a diagnosis. There is no such thing as black traumatic stress disorder. Why? Our ancestors experienced the trauma like no other people on this planet. Why isn't there a black traumatic stress disorder for our community?
It hasn't been put into the books yet.
But why not?
You gotta facilitate that. You might have studied and come up with something in your knowledge in your studies that might need to be documented.
But there are books written about it. However, America will not acknowledge it.
Well,
When
I'm just
you-
saying from my background, brother, I support therapy.
Right. Me too.
And I think there's a lot of people that can really be helped from therapy. Whether it's personal therapy, relationship therapy, marriage therapy. We need it in our community. There's so many people running around who think they don't. And it's a bad thing. If you sit down with a therapist for 30 minutes to an hour, you will realize why you need therapy. Bottom line. Just my opinion. From personal life experience. But in closing to the show, we want to, say rest in peace again to Imani Ringle. We want to pray for the city of Philadelphia, for the nation, and hope that we get better. Inshallah, we work on what we can work on, man, and everybody who has a vision to help, let's help. Let's really get together and find out some hands-on ways, man. Because we can argue and bicker all day, but we got to really figure it out, man. And I'm serious about that. There's a lot of people that's just a lot of chattery, but it has to be some effective things that we could do outside of what we've been doing that might not be working. That's just my opinion in closer. It's Filoosh Talk. Umar, give him your close out. We out of here, baby. What you gotta say, bro?
I would just like to say, man, Alhamdulillah, all praise be to Allah. Just being grateful to see another day above ground. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that didn't get an opportunity to wake up this morning, man. So you have to be grateful to be able to that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that your Lord has given you another opportunity, man. And for a lot of y'all young boys, man, they, like these YNs that they call y'all, whatever, bro. Like, as a dude that understands what y'all have experienced, what y'all going through, bro, the best advice that I could give you is just, man, focus on educating yourself, man. Become the man, become the protector, become the leader that your family needs y'all to be. Because these women suffer without us, bro. That's the best advice that I could give y'all, man. Stay on these streets. Stay free.
Filoosh Talk, baby. See y'all next week. We gonna turn up. What an exciting episode.